Yo. Guys, man, AMC hit pretty much 40% on the highs of the day with the whole GameStop thing. And it's tracking, bro. It's tracking. All right, guys, welcome to TWE Charts. Make sure to hit that like button, man, before we get started, and subscribe because we're about to get deep, man. We're about to get deep with this chart. Okay, so if you saw the last video, right, I went over this section here in the cycle, which is a form of a redistribution, a macro redistribution pattern, which pretty much just means that we exited a form of accumulation. We're getting ready to keep climbing here in the coming months. Okay, and within this this macro reaccumulation pattern, we have a small reaccumulation pattern, and we refer to this as the projector pattern. Now, for those that are new, okay, the projector pattern is very important here in the cycle because it's what happens before a major run-up. So I split this up into 4 sections, as you saw in the last video, and after accumulation, this reaccumulation pattern pretty much it just projects, right? It projects all that volume here towards the end. This is where we see that surge in volume, this volatility event, this volatility zone that's coming up. And AMC's been following it so far to a T, right? We looked at 5 different reference patterns last week. Okay, here they are, right? We got Carvana. What did that call for, right? Upside. Now, every form of reaccumulation is going to look different. This is why we're not tracking every single pattern here in terms of their levels, right? Because they're independent to each chart. But most of them are going to be pretty accurate when it comes to these short-term POIs, points of interest, right? So this one caught my eye. And this one caught my eye because this one is actually following GME a little bit better. Which is good for both, right? Because they're both pretty much tracking 1-to-1. But if we take this, we overlay it on GME's chart, GME, we get this right here. And again, independent to every single chart, but GME is definitely showing more signs with this specific fractal here that we are tracking. Pretty much what happens in reaccumulation is support, right? Support is very important because the trajectory has to be pointing up. So what that means is that when we take a look at the support trend line here, trajectory is pointing up, all we want to do is bounce, right? So we want to retest it and then make our way up. Now, this is considered, in this reaccumulation pattern, this is considered macro support. So we won't be using this one here. We've got to take a look at support within the reaccumulation pattern here, which is definitely more inclined, right? Degree is a little bit higher. And this looks good for the next run-up. So it's very important that in the coming days, we do see it respect the 450 range. I think we're going to be trading in this range probably until Wednesday. And then come Wednesday, we should see the price continue to rally. This also is very common for cycles, guys. Whenever we see like a catalyst, in this case, we had the kitty tweet, right? And price goes up, gets shut down. It's a Monday, right? How many times has AMC and GameStop ran over the weekend, right? You have that initial volatility event takes place, the price gets immediately shut down, so again, they collect premiums, and then now they have to hedge for that here. They're hedging for the short term. This kind of checks out because the price now is trading sideways. You have Monday, Tuesday, potentially Wednesday, and then maybe going into Thursday, the volume starts to climb or put pressure on the price starts to climb back up again, and then you get into that volatility zone range. So what this pattern is pretty much calling for, and also the levels, right, is that at some point this week we're going to see the $8 range, and I do think that's very possible, considering that the price action here was suppressed. We had another catalyst come up, E-Trade, something about not allowing Kitty on the platform, something like that. Right now, that puts pressure on the stock, starts trading sideways. Okay, and now we'll see what happens here going into the end of the week. So I think, honestly, man, I think things are looking pretty good for the coming weeks here for AMC. And now the more we get as far as checking things off here, right? So we've already checked. We have the volatility zone, brought the price up from 250 to 13, got shut down. We traded sideways, triple top, as we've seen with all these patterns. And now we're getting hit with this reaccumulation projector, right? Projector pattern. So as long as this holds, man, and we start climbing up, the price should go up to 8 first. And then here, we do see that a lot of these reference patterns that we're tracking, right, either continue to climb, right? This one right here I like as well. I do think potentially we'll get something like this. You can see GME does it maybe a little bit quicker because it did go up 75%. AMC only went up about 38%. So a lot of these patterns are just basically telling you that each stock individually will reach that range at some point. And for AMC, I do like this blue one right here because it's pretty much saying that in the next day or two, it would climb up to that $8 range and maybe come down a little bit again. And now we have ourselves a projector. Once this happens, I think we are going to reach 12 next. I do see that being hit as, you know, projected from the start. After this dump, the way Carvana did this before, okay, we saw Carvana come down, double bottom. This happened a lot slower on Carvana's chart, but eventually it made its way up to resistance and then crossed, went through, and then squeezed, right? Carvana is now trading at in the $110 range. It hit 130, man, from $3. From $3 to 130. Crazy, crazy stuff. So, man, if Carvana can do it, man, AMC can do it as well. And, yeah, man, that is what I got for you guys for today, man. So, yeah, a pretty short video, but I will be going live here during the week to kind of update the charts. So if you want to see this stuff live, man, make sure you guys subscribe. And, yeah, share this video, man. Also, click the link below if you want more info on the indicators and the Discord. All that information is on the website as well, twcharts.com. So check that out, guys, and I will see you on the next video. All right?